easier spots to make easier shots.
Congratulations to you both on the big win. Can you explain the chain?
It's a little thing we got. Basically, yeah. I forgot the name. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but basically, it's just a little piece, I guess. It should go to the team, but the team gave it to me this game. We all play hard, and I got to wear the chain after.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, for both you guys, just what changed? You guys went on a 4-game losing streak. Tough on the road a little bit, so, over the break and stuff like that. But what kind of changed tonight, on the court, off the court, at practice, whatever it was, to get this outcome tonight, to get a good outcome? I heard one of your assistant coaches at one point say, pardon my French, but let's kick someone's ass. People have been kicking our asses. So I mean, just can you kind of just just tell me what kind of clicked tonight for you guys to be able to pull off a big win like this, double-digit win?
I just say we stay consistent. As a team, we stay consistent. We went on a lose streak. Nobody around was holding their head down or holding grudges against other guys. We just stayed consistent, did what we did. Today we came out, play hard. That's our main goal. Just go out there and play hard. In the past, we might not have been playing as hard as we could. Today, as a team, everybody went out there and gave everything they got. And it helped us in the long run, and we got the win.
You both handled some of the playmaking duties tonight for GW. How do you think you helped set the tone of the offense?
You can ask Bray that question. I just shot the ball.
I just say energy. Just always bring energy. If you play hard, the good things will happen. It's that simple. Just go out there and give it all you got. And basketball guys, I would say, will put you in the right place to go out there, make plays, and help your team win. And that's what we did.
Joe, we saw Brandon's energy, especially at the end of the first half, give you guys a boost. When he's playing like that and bringing that energy on both ends, what's that do for you guys?
It's inspirational. This guy right here, like, you'd be surprised how, like, off the court he's, like, mellow, and then all of a sudden you see this new guy when it comes to playing. So it's like, damn, I should play hard too.
Joe, I feel like I have to ask about the windmill dunk. I know you've kind of said before that in high school every fast break was a windmill dunk. So what was going through your head there on that fast break?
I got a chance to dunk, so I dunked.
Any other questions for Brian or Joe? All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll start with the opening statement for Coach, and then we'll take questions.
It's good to finally get that drought over. These guys have really stayed resilient. It's been a tough first part of the year, first third of the year. I think we all recognize that. But don't ever think that it's not tougher for the people going through the experience than it is for those who have a chance to watch it. I think sometimes people forget that those that are going through it, it can be difficult for them. And our guys were just tremendously resilient. I told them after the game, one of the things I was most proud of is our resiliency is what we're leading with. Tough loss on the road, tough loss at home, whatever it's been. We've come to practice the next day with a tremendous enthusiasm to get better. Guys like Joe Bamasil and Brayon Freeman have done an unbelievable job of learning from their mistakes. We got a lot of guys in that locker room that haven't played a lot of college basketball. So there is going to be a little level of learning. But our learning curve has been excellent so far. And I think you saw that with how well Joe was able to play tonight, Brayon was able to play tonight. Two guys who have probably the least amount of experience, but are really starting to find themselves. So proud of our team, proud of our resiliency.
All right, we'll take questions. Sorry, Vic.
Yeah, Coach Brown, just 8 assists on the night. I mean, it's a coach's dream to, have people share the ball and stuff like that. So just, how great is it to have a guy like Brown that had a night like tonight where he's just dishing the ball kind of left and right to whoever wants to score points?
Yeah, Brayon was one of the first guys we started recruiting when I got here. I've always loved his enthusiasm, his ability to dominate a game, and he can do that on both ends of the floor. A large part of him right now is just he's done a great job of learning, accepting his role, and then being able to create more for himself as he's learned how to play college basketball, as he's learned how to practice better. One thing he's done is he's stacked together pretty good practice days with his energy, which a lot of times for young players, that's really hard to do. But there's a lot of stuff going on in practice that you need to know to get in the games. And I think he's done a great job of that. He spends a lot of time with Lamont Franklin, one of our assistant coaches, one of our special assistant coach, I guess. But he does a great job of bringing him along and just coaching him. And I think you're starting to see that, Bray's a relationship guy, so when he feels connected to the message and connected to the people that are giving that message, he's going to play everything. He's going to do everything he can to help you win. Fortunate to have a guy that can create like that can score like that, that's unselfish, has a great basketball IQ. Just looking forward to really coaching him, on Friday when we get back here to practice.
And then Joe, he was 7 for 8 in the first half. Just that half court shot just kind of summed it up. Him or not half court, sorry, the Buster Peters shot at the end of the first half. Just things were flying for him, things were going in for him. Is that just kind of the way it is sometimes for this GW team? Whoever kind of has the hot hand takes over.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing guys start to settle into their roles and learning how they can help our team win. Joe Bamisil is a great player. He's always been a great player, but he's still learning how to play too. What a large learning curve that he has. The credit to this game goes to the time he spends with Graham Bowsley after every game. Like after every game, he says, "Coach Bowsley, I want to watch a film," and they sit down, they watch the film, and he takes the criticism, he takes the celebration points there with how he plays. He takes them all equally so he can get better next time he goes out there. And so when I talk about that learning curve, he played this game weeks ago when he was getting in there watching film, getting better. And when you have talented players that have that as their center point, you have a chance to have a special team. That's why I have so much belief and faith in this team, because we have a lot of guys who are doing those little things on a day-to-day basis. That's exciting to coach. That's exciting to watch.
So can you maybe talk about some weaknesses you saw in the scout on Coppin State and kind of how you guys worked to kind of exploit those? Yeah, they're they're a tough team to guard, because about 64% of their shots come between two players that they put into the pick and roll, and both those guys are really talented players. They can move the ball, they can shoot the ball, they can score it, they play well together. So it's a difficult scout, when you go against them. And when you have a point guard out there, number 50, Jesse Zarazula, that guy is a talented player who can score in a lot of different ways, and he gives it up. He's just a really good player. So, I would say our weaknesses were we just didn't get to shooters in the first half. I think if you take out that run where they hit 3 straight threes, where Tark hit 3 straight threes, and defensively we were pretty good today. We're under 1 point per possession again. That was a little bit of a run where they took the lead on us because we didn't do what we were supposed to do. We didn't get to the feet of the shooters, so I thought we just didn't have that sense of urgency there for about 5 or 6 minutes there in the first half, and they took advantage of that. We still are trying to find that sense of urgency all the time. We haven't found that yet, but we found it enough times tonight to dominate the game, put our imprint on the game.
Last time you were here, you talked about halftime and coming out and trying to have that energy.
Yeah.
What do you think was the difference tonight where you guys were ready with that run?
I thought Brayon Freeman was special, and I think he's learning how to put his imprint on the game with his energy. I could tell in the huddle he was locked in, ready to go, and he was high energy. He's always high energy on competition day, so he was locked in, and I knew we were going to get a good juice out of that group right there. And we started off. I think we had 9 straight stops to start the half, which is huge. When we started the half with a Godzilla, we always want to get a turkey, which is 3 stops. A monster is 5, and we were 1 stop away with that foul from a Godzilla to start the half. And I think when you start the energy focused on defense, not on offense, you got special things that can happen. I thought we did a great job of that, and we really came out and really played well. And that set a tone for the half. That they really didn't make a run after that. Because we came out ready to go. So maybe that's an inexperienced team learning how to transition from halftime into the second half. We won't know that until the second half of Radford.
How do you think this win will affect the mentality in the locker room going forward?
We've had a good mentality in the locker room in terms of getting better and working and not allowing winning or losing or whatever really affect us. So I think we'll come back ready to work. But in the same respect, you play this game to be able to get wins. And so you need wins to know that the work that you're putting in is making a difference, making a change. I can tell the energy already in there. These guys will be ready to go on Friday, and they'll be locked in to attack it. But they've done that consistently. And again, as a coach, that's why you're excited, because if a team can come back and respond to tough losses with enthusiasm to get better, that's only going to elevate. And I do feel like this is a team that can definitely get hot because of that kind of energy that they have with one another. We're still learning how to transition that from the practice floor to the game floor. That was a major focus issue this week, but I was pleased with what I was able to see.
So James Bishop was I think he was your leading scorer in the last 5 games before this, and he was pretty quiet tonight. So what does it mean to the team to be able to win when he maybe doesn't have his best shooting night?
That talks to the level of improvement that we've had on this roster over the last 3 seasons, where, our leading scorer can have a night where, maybe it's not going in easy for him, and we have other guys that have enough understanding to be able to step up. And I
I would have been able to say that 2 years ago or even last season. We would have needed our very best guys to show up every night to come into a close victory. And I think, showing the improvement of the other guys and how those guys are able to step up, I think that's a big part of what our depth is right now. It's a big part of how we are better. Our record might not seem better, but we are better because we have better talent, we have better mentality, we have a better focus. And so he can have a night off where he's not making a ton of shots. But I was impressed with the way he closed the game out. He came in there that second half like a veteran. Didn't start him the second half. He could have had an attitude about it, but we didn't see any of that. We saw a guy who was really cheering his teammates on, ready to go. And when his number was called, he stepped in there and made a lot of plays. And what I've got to do for him is I've got to find a way to keep getting him easy shots and to keep finding a way to get him rested. He's played the 35th most minutes in the country right now. So we got a guy there that's left it on the floor every game we've played this year. Has had to play extended minutes because we've had foul trouble and stuff. So, I want to do a great job of getting him fresh so he can be back out here and playing the way that James Bishop can play. I got a lot of confidence he'll do that. He'll be a guy who'll be back on the practice floor ready to go and attack it.
After such a long win drought, what did you tell your team coming into this game? How did you prepare them mentally and physically? Going into this fifth game, you're back at home again. How do you, help them leave that in the past and just focus on this?
Yeah, we make that a part of the way that we operate. Win or loss, we come back to a point, we grade the game, win or loss. Joe Bamsil, last game he was minus 17, so we brought him in, taught him what the plus minus was, how it affects the game, the little things you can do. And I feel like he did an amazing job of stepping back and just understanding the game a little bit more. And again, I think, for us, we got a lot of guys who are learning, like I've said a lot, learning how to play college basketball. So we don't want to get so locked into the result that we can't get better. And because a lot of our window is ahead of us. We've learned a lot of tough lessons along the way. We've been in the mud. I'm telling the guys, we've been in the mud for a long period of time here. And we're finally starting to get towards the shoreline and starting to clean up a little bit. So just understand that's where we are. And, so I think our mentality, for me, it was just about let's just keep getting better and let's stay locked in on that. And good things are going to come. I always say greatness is around the corner. So trying to stay locked in on that, believing in that, keeping belief high, keeping inspiration high, that's huge as a coach when you've got a team that's learning how to play the game. Really pleased with what we were able to do tonight and pleased with seeing some of the guys like Brendan Adams really start to come of age over the last couple of games. I think that's going to be really important for us because he's such a pivotal point and such a pivotal player for us.
One more if we got it. Go ahead, Jake.
Coach, a win like this, A-10's right around the corner. How big is this for you guys momentum-wise with the A-10s just, it's creeping up. It's coming up on you guys.
Yeah, the A-10's a great league. They've got a lot of teams that are playing really well right now. When the ball goes up against Bonnie's in the first A-10 game, our job is to make sure we're ready to go to play, be ready for A-10 play. I got a lot of confidence our team's going to be ready to go. This win definitely helps. You want to be able to stack wins. Momentum is important. Momentum's a real thing. So we definitely want to start stacking some momentum here. So it's good to get that in there. But, our journey is about us getting better. And this is a team that I do believe has a chance to be really special down the road. So we just got to keep improving, keep locking in on what we got to do. And I think we're able to do that. I think we're a scary team. Maybe the world can't see it right now. But, I think we've got a really scary group of guys there that are just learning how to play. And I think a lot of guys in this league have already been established to how they play. And we know how high they can go. We know where their bar is. I don't think you can look at this team and know where our bar is. And I think that's how we have a chance to be really special.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.